Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this purple silver smoky eye that is amazing on brown eyes and blue eyes and really any eyes, and you get to see me transform from no makeup to full glam. So here I am, and I'm going to start off with the Glossier Priming Moisturizer, which I like because it's super light and it doesn't break me out, which is one of the very few things that doesn't break me out. So I'm going to put this on as a base, and then I'm going to go in with the Invisible Shield Totally Clear Sunscreen Serum for anti-aging. And if you are interested in either of these products, I will leave a 20% off discount down below in the down bar. And I'm just going to put this all over my forehead just to make sure that I'm not aging early. And then I'm going to mix this Etude House BB cream with my favorite foundation, which is the Covergirl 3-in-1. And after dotting that all over, I'm just going to use my favorite sponge, and this is the Real Technique one. I actually like it more than the Beauty Blender because it's only like $5 and it works pretty much just the same. But I will say that my puppy just chewed this up, so I have to get a new one. Then I'm going in with the Maybelline Master Conceal. When I have my Master Conceal out, you know it is some serious blemish issues for the week because this stuff is really high coverage. So I'm just going to cover some spots, and then I'm just going to dab in that concealer for maximum high coverage using this Sedona Lace brush, which I love. Then I'm going to go in with the RCMA colorless powder, and as you can see, it's kind of a mess. Like, they put it in this pepper container, but it's worth it because it's totally sheer and it sets everything really nicely, and it makes it so that your concealer doesn't crease. So I always have to set my under eyes so that they don't crease, and then I also set my lids so I don't have to prime them later. Then I'm going to go in with the Anastasia dipbrow in medium brown, and I will actually link my brow tutorial down below if you want to see that. And the most fun part of this routine, I think, is going in with the boy brow. And this is probably fun, honestly, because I don't have brows and I like seeing myself magically get brows after using the boy brow. So the first thing I do is I will basically brush brows up and down just to give them volume on both sides. And then the sprouts, which are the parts at the very front, I will brush upwards to make them look youthful and fluffy and fun. And I don't know, I like being able to see my brows because normally you can't. I'm going to go in with the other side as well. Again, just back brushing them and then brushing them upwards and then brushing them towards the taper just to get a good look. And if you want to see my eyebrow tutorial, that is already on my channel. Then I'm going to go in with this Too Faced bronzer, and I love this. It's like, it's warm, but it's not too warm, and I just like using this to bronze because it's just a really nice shade and it looks really natural. So I'm going to go in with this contour brush from Sedona Lace, and I'm just bronzing up the hollows of my cheeks, and I'm going to take this in a 3 shape up around the forehead and then around the chin as well. So it should look like the number 3 except backwards. And this basically just makes it look like your foundation's a little bit more natural and it doesn't all look the same. Then I'm going to go in with the Milani blush, and this is a mauve one. It is so pretty. I'm just putting this directly above the bronzer with this Real Techniques blush brush, and yeah, I think a lot of people make the mistake of putting blush directly on the apples of your cheeks, but that actually causes like your cheeks to look saggy, like it brings them forward rather than back. So you actually want to pull the blush up on top of your contour back towards your cheekbones. And then I'm just going to blend those two together with that bronzer brush. Then I'm going to go with the Ice Cold highlighter, and I have trouble opening this without hurting my nails there, but it's super pretty. It's like I don't know, it's like a silvery white. So if you're super fair and you have a hard time looking for a highlight, this is so pretty. I mean, it's so metallic, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to look like a robot from the future, so I'm just going to go ahead and chromatize my cheekbones here. I don't even know if that's a word, chromatize. It should be. So I'm just going to go in with the Morphe M501, my favorite highlighting brush. And as you can see, it just looks so natural, but glowy and metallic at the same time. I'm not going to lie. I live for that Tin Man look. I love it. Then I'm going to go in with that same ice cold highlighter, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. The reason for this is because it pulls your brows upwards and it just brings the eye look together and prevents it from looking too dark, especially if you're doing a dark eye. Then I'm going to contour my nose. This is a must for me because I just like it when my nose looks a little more snatched. So I'm going to take that Bahama Mama bronzer, which I love, by the way, because it's not too warm. It is very cool, so it just looks like a natural shadow. And I'm just going to carefully blend it out with this angled brush from Sedona Lace. Next, I'm going to take that same Bahama Mama bronzer by the Balm, and using this e.l.f. brush, I'm just going to carefully contour my collarbones. I actually really like doing this because it looks natural, but at the same time, it makes them pop a little bit more. And I really like seeing collarbones when I'm wearing like a strapless shirt or like a low top. So I'm just going to go ahead and follow the natural contours where the shadows would be, and then I'm going to go in with a really light highlighter and just gently dust that on top of the collarbone just to make them pop. You can also put this on your shoulder if you like that sexy summery shoulder pop. I actually forgot to do that today, but it is nice to just put it on your body as well. And as you can see, I went from no collarbones to wow collarbones. Did I say collarbones? I meant collarbones. Ugh. So here is what they look like contoured. They look natural, but they also look pretty, so I like it. Then I'm going to go in with the Meet Matte MatteTrimony by the Balm and the Morphe 35T. And this is one of my favorite Morphe brushes palettes. It's so pretty. The T stands for taupe, so it's like purpley, gold, warm browns. It's perfect. I'm first going to start with this transition brown, and I'm going to put this on a blending brush, and I'm just going to use windshield wiper motions to get that in the crease, just as like a base for us to blend the other shadows on. If you don't have a base down, your darker shadows are going to be really hard to blend. So just make sure you've got this blended out all over your lid, all over your crease. And then I'm going to go in with this medium purpley silvery shade, and I'm going to put this on a blender brush. You can actually get this kind of brush from MAC or Coastal Scents or Morphe. I mean, every company makes this blending brush now. And just on this blending brush, I'm going to just basically focus this on the outside, and as you can see, I'm just gonna windshield wiper it towards the center. So it's actually the same motion, just with smaller brushes, the darker the color gets. So you first want to lay it down in the outer corner and then blend it in. Then I'm going to go in with this dark purple from the Balm Meet MatteTrimony palette, and same deal, I'm going to pat this on the outer part of my lid just to give it some dimension, and then when the darkest color is laid down, then I'm going to windshield wiper motion it in and out and in and out just to make sure it's really, really well blended. And I'll go in and add dark colors slowly, layer by layer. If you go in all at once and you don't blend, it looks really unnatural and it looks totally unblended. So you just got to go slowly and be patient and add layer by layer. I'm going to go back in with that blending brush just to make sure there are no lines whatsoever. I'll go back and forth between these two brushes. Then I'm going to go in with a slightly darker purple shade. And as you can see, I'm just sort of layering on the dark shades. So I'm going to take this on the very outer corner of my eye, and as you can see, instead of wiping it, I'm now going to stamp it and bounce it back and forth, and this will lay down some of that dark color without going too far into the crease and too far into the inside of the eye. If you use purple and you don't do this and you don't blend it out, it can actually start to look like a bruised black eye, so you want to be really careful. Then I'm going to go in with this black shade, and it is such a good black shade. And I'm just going to put this on a more precise pencil brush. And as you can see, I'm going to create like a wing shape with this. And I'm just going to follow the contour of my eye. I'm going to really put it in that V a little bit more tightly than the other colors, and just bring it back and forth in tiny little motions to blend it out. At this point, I'm not using my wrist at all. I'm just using my hand to blend it back and forth. If you use your wrist too much, you will end up blending it into your crease, and then it looks like a black eye. So you just got to be really careful with more precise motions at this point. Then I'm going to start brushing the rest of the product towards the inner part of my eye. This is after most of the product has already been laid down. Then after I've done that, I'm going to go back in with the blending brush, and listen to me, you want to blend until your hands fall off. With any smoky eye, the key is to just be patient and blend. Then I'm going to go in with this Colourpop Super Shock shadow, and I'm just going to put some on my finger. It is a really beautiful silver pop. I mean, come on, you look like the Tin Man. And I'm just gonna pop this on my lid. I'm gonna pat it down and do a couple layers of this so that it pops as much as possible. I like this because it doesn't need a primer, but it sticks around all day, and it honestly looks like you're wearing a loose glitter. Like, it is so pretty and metallic. Oh, did I mention it's $5? Definitely go and check out Colourpop if you don't already have their shadows. They're amazing. Then I'm going to blend in that shadow with the rest of the darker shades, just so you don't see a line between the metallic and the shadow. Then I'm going to go in with this winged liner. I like to use gel and a brush because I feel like it gives me more control. As I get to the inner part of the eye, I turn the brush so that I can face it inwards and brush it more precisely. Then I'm going to go in with this cranberry shade and this flat definer brush and start to define my lower lash line. I really like warm or like cranberry shades in the lower lash line. I just think that they're really flattering. And I like blending out eye colors with that. So if you haven't tried putting a cranberry or a warm color in the lower lash line, definitely try that. Then I'm going to go in with some of my favorite lashes. These are the Koko lashes by Koko, and this is the House of Lashes gem case. It's so pretty. And yeah, that's what they look like when they're on. And I'm going to go in with my favorite mascara. This is Maybelline. And I'm just going to make sure that my lower lashes are coated so that I don't look too heavy on top and too light on bottom. Be honest. There's no way to do this without looking horrible, is there? Everyone's got a mascara face. Then I'm going to go in with the Glossier Sheer Matte Stain, and this is in the shade Like, which is my favorite Genji lipstick by Glossier. And I'm just going to put it all over, and as you can see, it's a really natural My Lips But Better color. It honestly just looks like your natural lip color. And then I'm going to go in with another one of my favorites, which is Jam. And I'm going to put Jam in the outer corners just to give it a little bit more dimension. And I don't know, I like it. It makes your lips look bigger and it gives them a pop. And I just like the combination of the two together. Next, I'm going to go in with one of my favorite lip glosses. This is the Colourpop Aquarious Ultra Glossy Lip by Kathleenlights. Oh my god, it is so pretty. Like, it's opaque and creamy, but glossy and nude all at the same time, and it just is perfect. So this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, leave me a comment if you did, and let me know what you want to see next. Bye guys!